Hello crafty friends, welcome to another texture paste ideas video. This is a piece of mixed media paper that I treated with texture paste. I got a dotty stencil and used my scraper tool to scrape some Liquitex light modelling paste through the stencil. I've left it to dry and it's now ready to be worked on. To start with, I'm going to give it a good spritz with water. And I'm going to spritz my watercolours because I'm going to colour this with watercolours. And I think we'll go for some pinky reddy oranges. Analogous colours, colours that are near each other on the colour wheel. They shouldn't make mud when they mix. I'm not being too precise or precious, just adding colours here and there. I think we might even go down to some yellow and orange, but I think I'll keep that away from the purpley end because that may well make mud. Almost sunsetty. We could add a bit of blue down in this corner. Let's have a look. What's that one? That is violet. We'll add some violet. A bit of indigo, I think. Here and there. So I'll get that to tilt and run around a bit, and then I'm going to leave that to dry on its own. This has been sitting now for a couple of days in my lovely warm and sunny craft conservatory, so it's absolutely bone dry. And I love the way that each little circle has a bloom around it. That's because the texture paste and the paper dry at different rates, and the colour has been kind of sucked out of the paint on the paper into the little discs of texture paste. So you've got these fainter blooms. They almost look like flowers now. And I'm thinking, if I'm careful, I might be able to add embossing ink just to the surface of the circles of texture paste and heat emboss them, leaving the background unheat embossed. So I've treated my paper with anti-static powder, also known as talcum powder. And I'm inking up my small brayer with embossing ink. And I'm going to carefully run it across here. I'll just do that for now. And I'll sprinkle over this embossing powder. It's metallic platinum, superfine from Wow. So I've got quite a bit on the edge, but I can brush off most of that, I think. Just get a dry paintbrush and just carefully remove the excess, and then I'll heat it. Now you can add embossing powder to texture paste while the texture paste is still wet, so before the colouring part of this, before the texture paste has dried, and then you let the texture paste dry with the embossing powder on, and once everything's dry you can melt the embossing powder. So I'll heat that with my heat tool. Yep, I rather like that. I'm going to do the same to the rest of the panel now. So I've cleaned up this area here so it matches this one, but I quite like the way the heat embossing powder has stuck to the background. So I'm going to create two separate areas. Sorry about the plane going overhead. I'm going to have this more grungy one and this cleaner one. So that's lovely and shiny now. I'll cut this into two, one grungy bit and one not so grungy bit. So I'm going to cut this one down, the grungier one. So it's 2 inches wide. And I'm going to place this in the middle of this 4x6 inch card blank. There's a tiny little gap up here and a tiny little one down there. Okay, that's a start on that one. And I'm going to take some circle dies and cut some circles, strangely enough, out of this piece. So I've got whole circles and partial circles, and I've used about as much of that as I can. So I think we're going to go maximum circles on this one. And I've got this wobbly, wonky, fun circle embossing folder from Vesson Creative. And I'm going to dry emboss this piece of white card. So that's exactly what I was hoping for. And now I'm going to stick my colourful circles on top. Start with the larger ones, and then you can put the smaller ones in the gaps. Now I'm going to trim this down so that it is just a bit smaller than my card blank's going to be. That's a bit smaller than 4 by 6-ish inches. So I think I want to trim a bit more off the bottom so there's an equal size border. Now I'll put a little bit of glue on the back of this and pop it on my card front. For my sentiment, I've die cut a very skinny, bouncy font, Happy Birthday, out of matte gold cardstock, and I'm going to stick these onto their vellum shadows. I'm using high-tack white glue and my glue dotter to add the glue to the back. If you want to know how to make a glue dotter, there is a video linked below. And to make these adhesive, I'm going to run them through my Xyron sticker maker. So these will now be sticky on the back of the vellum, and that won't show through because the whole of the vellum will be covered. And I want to put the happy just above centre, I think, and the birthday below it. Give that a good press down, that won't go anywhere now. And because we haven't got enough circles, we haven't got enough shimmer, we haven't got enough shine, I'm going to put Nuvo glitter drops. This is Gold Coast, so it's clear with gold glitter in. I'm going to put them in all the little central circles where it makes sense to do so. There's a very noisy bird sitting in the tree out there looking at me. I think it's a dunnet. Okay, so we're about as far away from clean and simple as we could get. I think it's quite simple, but it's not clean. There's no white space to speak of. There's something everywhere, which is fine by me because as much as I love clean and simple cards, I also love this kind of thing too. So that needs to go somewhere where I'm not going to stick my fingers in the glitter drops. So this is giving me, despite the fact that some of the colours are quite bright and there's lots of gold, it's giving me quite sombre vibes. So I'm thinking silhouette. So I've cut 2 of these seed heads out of black. And I've cut 2 because I'm thinking I might put one behind the other just to flesh it out a bit. I think that works. I'll have a bit of glue there. We'll add some glue to the centre, some dots down the stem, and some of the larger hearts can have glue, and that can sit on there like that, I think. And the centre of the flower is on this intersection of the rule of thirds grid. So we'll press that down. For the flower centre, I think it needs a bit of texture, so I've got black Nuvo drops here. These are glossy, and I'm just making some small circles to fill the flower centre like that, so it's not too ostentatious, but there's a bit of texture there. You could also put something on the ends of the hearts, but I don't think I will today. And my sentiment says here for you. This is one of my print and cut ones, and I'm putting it here off to the right, and it's probably about 1/3 of the way up. So diagonally opposite this, it's hanging off like it's hanging off up here, if you see what I mean. And I think that will do. I don't think it needs anything else. So there you go, 2 cards made from that one background, but they're quite different. We're very circular, full of energy, full of life, full of colour and celebration. And then something a bit more minimal over here, even though there's bright colours and gold. We've got some empty white space and a much more sombre note with the sentiment and the dark silhouette there. Right, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope it's given you a bunch of ideas, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.